Hey VAT, welcome back. We're gonna do a couple things to my logo. I got a stylized palette that's going to help me put glows and drop shadows and things on the logo. So here we go. I'm gonna select this back. Well, no, I'm gonna select the W on top of this circle, and I'm going to make this W a lighter color, either a light color or white. So maybe like that. So the reason why I'm making that lighter is because I'm going to put a drop shadow on it, and I want to be able to see that shadow really well. And the shadows that I'm going to produce is going to be a dark shadow, so via contrast, the shadow is going to look good on this light letter. So when I select the letter, I'm going to go to Effect, Stylize, and then scooch over to where it says Drop Shadow. A dialog box like this is going to appear. To see what's happening, you have to hit the preview button, and then you see that it produced a drop shadow underneath my W, and it makes it look like it's kind of lifted up off the surface of the paper, the document. There's a lot of things in here that you can do to control the positioning and the blurred effect, like sort of dissipate, like it goes further out, or it'd be less dissipation, so that it's like a quick abrupt transition. So there's an X and Y offset, and to change that number sort of mathematically, you have to think about like what is and these are inches, so like 0.01 inches is going to be smaller than 0.1, 0.01, and then I'm going to change the blur down a little bit to 0.01 or 0.02. Let's see, 0.01 looks like that. I think I would like to go with 0.03. I'm kind of experimenting with getting the drop shadow to be where you want it to be on the X and Y. Putting a negative number would shift it over to the left, and the negative number here would shift it so that it was going kind of like up. The blurredness is going to be, the distance of the blur is going to be bigger and farther out the higher up you go, and then lower and closer to the letter when you have a smaller number. So that's kind of cool stuff. I'm going to hit OK. You can also change the color. There was a color thing in there that is kind of cool. You can change the color of the drop shadow in there. For the next one, I'm gonna stick around that same stylize effect, but now I'm gonna do a glow. So I'm gonna do that on my circle in the back, I think. So here we go. I'm just gonna flop the color into the fill color and select a color for that. I'm going to select just the circle back there, and I'm going to go to Effect, Stylize again. Only this time I'm going to go to a Inner Glow. I'm going to hit the preview button again to see what's going on. Right now I have an inner glow that's coming from the edge. You can see edge is selected here. The blur is 0.07. So that's talking about the distance that it takes for it to dissipate. And then the opacity can be adjusted, and also the color of the glow. So you can put a different color in there as well. I'm going to do just a little bit bigger blur. And I'm happy with the way that looks. I'm going to hit OK. So now I have two sort of things on here. The last thing I'll show you in this video is that if you ever decide that you changed your mind and you want the glow to be more blurred or less blurred, or if you want your drop shadow to change or whatever, you don't have to like delete it and start all over again. Every time you add some sort of effect to an object, it's all sort of in the program, and you just need to open up something called the appearance window. So inside of window you can find appearance, and then in here it'll show you, when you select the letter or whatever, it'll show you all the things that have been applied to it, and you can click on like the inner glow, for example, and you can adjust that. and it will adjust on your object. So, and you can also like hide it or throw it in the garbage can or whatever. So lots of things that you can do inside this appearance window. It oftentimes will be sitting in your dock ready to go. It just looks like a circle with a dotted line circle around it. So that's what it looks like when it's in here. And if it's not there, then go to Window and go to Appearances. All right, thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in class.